Hi, in this video, I want to follow the AdMob instruction for implementing a native ad to an Android Studio project using Java. First of all, I have to create my project. So I click on the new project, on empty view activity, click on the next, select a name, maybe NativeAd project. And then of course I have to select Java and Groovy DSL for build Gradle file. I click on finish. Okay, this is our project. Let me increase the font size. Okay, that's better. So first of all, I have to check the Google and Maven Central repositories inside the Gradle setting file. And of course, for the Java, I have to select the Groovy. If you use Kotlin, if you are using Kotlin, you can follow the Kotlin instruction. But this video is about Java, so I'm selecting Groovy. And then I go to Gradle setting file and check the existence of Google and Maven Central repositories. So I click here on Gradle scripts to the setting.gradle. I open it, and as you can see, I have Google and Maven Central repositories inside plugin management and dependency resolution management tags. So it's all set, we're okay. If they are missing for some reason, you can copy and paste them over there inside the setting Gradle file and synchronize your app. I go back to the instruction. And now I have to add the dependency in the app level of build Gradle file. So I copy this line. I go to build Gradle. This is the app level. I open it, go to the dependency, and I paste it here. If you are using the new library method, like I do, you can just click on it, Alt and Enter, and just replace it with the new library catalog declaration like this, and sync your app. Then I have to add this metadata tag inside the Android manifest file. For the testing the app, I'm using this sample app ID, but in the real situation, you should upload your app inside AdMob account and get a real app ID for the advertise. So I copy all these lines. I go to Android manifest file here, and between these two application tags, I create new lines and paste them here. And of course, I'm using this sample app ID. Okay, that's fine. I go back to instruction. And now I have to initialize the AdMob SDK. And as you can see, it's initializing inside a new thread. So I copy all these lines. I go to the main activity. Inside onCreate method, I paste the codes here, like this. If you get a red highlight like this, you can just click on it, Alt and Enter, and import the required classes like this. So I remove the empty lines, and I don't need this code, and I use Alt Control L to rearrange. Okay, this is our thread, and this is initializing the SDK. Now I go to the instruction to load the native ad. I click here on load and add. As you can see, also for testing and practicing the native ad, we should use a sample ad unit ID like this. So I copy this one. I go to resource, value, a string, and I create a string value. String, I call it native ad unit ID, and I paste it here. Then to load the ad, we should use these lines. So I copy all these lines. I go back here to main activity. Here is a place that we are sure the AdMob SDK is initialized correctly. So I create a new method, loading native ad, like this. To create the method, I'm using Alt and Enter, and I select this create method, loading native ad in main activity, like this, and I paste the code here. Also, we have some errors. I'm using Alt and Enter and import the required or missing classes, like this. I'm repeating it for all missing classes. And here, instead of context, I'm just simply using this. And instead of this hard coding of add unit ID, I prefer to use my string value here. So I'm typing get string like this, r.string.NativeAd unit ID. If you hold on the mouse cursor, you can see the same unit ID will appear here, or you just simply right click, go to the folding and collapse to previously. You can also see the preview of the add unit ID here. Okay, now I go back to the instruction, and this is the time for loading the advertise. Okay, as you can see, we have two kind of ad loader. This one is for loading one single native ad. This one is for loading multiple ads. For example, if you are using a recycler view or multiple pages or something, you can request for multiple native ad to load. The maximum number of the ad requests is 5. So you can change this one from 1 to 5 and request for multiple advertise. But in this case, we just need to load one single ad. So I'm using this one. I copy it. I'm coming here, and under the ad loader, I create new line and paste it here. And of course, Alt and Enter for adding required class. Okay. As you can see, we have different sub methods here for the ad loader listener. One of them is on native ad loaded. This is the place we are make sure the native ad is loaded, and we can get the native ad here. This is this line is actually option. You can remove it. It's not necessary to use it, but in my opinion, it's good to use it because in case if you fail to load the ad, you can create a timer, or you can recall the loading ad for trying to load again the advertise. But it's not mandatory to use it. But anyhow, we just can simply loading the native ad, call this method here. So in case if the ad is loaded, we call for loading a new advertise and try to load another one. Also, I would like to create a log here, log.d. I need a tag, for example, my app, and for the message, I'm writing loading native ad is failed, like this. Here also, I would like to create another log. So I copy and paste it here and just change the message. Native ad is loaded. I'm also removing this line, and I don't need them. Like this. Also, I can replace this one using Alt and Enter. Replace it with lambda, so it's going to be smaller and more easy to understand. Like this. I go back to instruction, and here to show the advertise, we have to make sure the ad is completely loaded, so we can use this one just for safety. As you can see, we have a red line or highlight here to show something's wrong. To solve this one, I'm coming here on the ad loader and using Alt and Enter and split into declaration and assignment like this. Now I splitted the ad loader declaration. I cut this one. I go to the top under the main activity. I paste it here, and of course I would like to make it private to make sure no other app can have access to it. As you can see, the error is gone. So if the ad loader is still loading, it's going to this part. Normally we don't need this part, we only use this one. So simply I'm telling if ad loader is not loading, it means it's already loaded, and I'm implementing the rest of the codes here. I go back to instruction. Okay, this is a code to avoid a memory leak if you are using multiple activities and you want to close the activity and go back to previous one or the parent one. You should make sure you destroy the advertise. However, this is main activity is not very important to do it, but anyhow, I'll do that to show you how to use it. I put it on the top of this side, so in case if we close the app or activity, this is destroyed method will be called, and it's destroying the native ad. This method is preventing memory leak and app crashing. It's very important. So I go back to the instruction. Also, we have a note here about hardware acceleration. If you want to show some video in your native ad, you should active your hardware accelerator. To do that, I go to the Android manifest file. You can do it for whole application. If you want to activate your hardware acceleration, you come under the application, and here you create a new line and just type hardware accelerated. You can make it to true, but if you just want to activate it for one single activity, you just can do the same here to the activity, hardware accelerated to true, like this. However, I prefer to do it for whole application, so I'm just enabling the hardware accelerator for whole application inside the application tag, like this. Okay, now it's time to implement the template. To do that, I'm coming to NativeAd template here, and you can download the templates from here. I already did that, so I copy it here. This is the file I downloaded, and I extract it here like this. I would like to rename it add template. Okay, what I want to do, actually I don't want to follow the instruction, because if you use this instruction and follow this step one by one, then you import this template like a whole application on your application. So in your application you will get 2 Android manifest files, 2 build Gradle files, and everything gonna be doubled, because actually this template is a full application than you import on your project. As you can see, if you come to this template, you can see you have build Gradle file, you have ProGuard rule, and in the source main you have Android manifest file and all other directories and files. So it means it's one full application. But I would like to insert all these required files manually. So I don't get two Android manifest file, I don't get two build Gradle file, and it's gonna be much smoother to run, and user have a much better experience with this method. So to do that, I'm just coming here to Java, and my main activity is here. So I right click and I open it in Explorer. So this is my file, this is my project directory, and this is the template one. So I go to the main, I go to the Java, com, Google, Android. As you can see, main Java, com, Google, Android. I also have here main Java, com. This is my project and project name. So I open this one. I have two files here, native template style and template view. I copy both of them. I'm coming here and paste them here. Then I go back to resource, same here, to the main resource. Also here, I go to the main resource. I go to drawable first. I have two drawable files here. I copy them. And I go to drawable folder, paste them here. I go back to resource. Here I go back to resource. I go to layout. Here I go to layout. And I have two layouts here. I copy them, paste them here. Go to resource for both. Then I go to value. Here also I go to value. I have no attribute in my project, so I can copy this one to here. Also for the dimensions, I have no dimensions in my project, so I can use this dimension file to here. But I have color here. I don't want to replace this color to here. Instead of that, I open this color XML file with Notepad, and I copy all these colors without selecting these resource tags. I'm coming here. Also, I open this one with Notepad, and I create new lines and paste them here between these two resource tags. I close this one and this one. I go back to the resource. Here also I go back to the resource. Go back to the main. Here. I close this one for my project. And for the build Gradle file, I also open this one with the Notepad. So as you can see, there are something we have to copy. This dependency for Google error prone, I copy it, and I go to Android Studio, to the build Gradle file, and also I paste it here. Again, I'm going to replace this one to the new library method. However, I can update it first, and then I replace it to the new library method and sync the project like this. Now I go back to my main activity. On the top, I can see my package name. I copy my package name. Then I go to native template style file, which we get it from the template file. And I remove the package name of this file and replace it with my own package name, like this. So as you can see, we have no errors here. All done. I close this one. I go to template view. I do the same. I remove this one, and I use my own package name, like this. Okay, very good. Also, if I'm coming to layout, I can see I have two layouts here. They are for the templates and attribute, dimensions, everything set. Now I go back to the instruction. Here I need this template to insert it in my activity. So I copy it. I go to activity main XML file. Here I would like to change this hello world. Maybe I can write NativeAd project and make it bigger. So text appearance gonna be large like this. And at the bottom of this view, I would like to add my template. So we get some errors here because we have to delete these comments. And to get rid of this error, as you can see, is template view and is using the Google template address. To fix it, I just remove this one and typing template view. You can see this is template view with our own package name. I select this one and no error anymore. Also I have to add the links. So it's gonna be start to start of parents and bottom to bottom of parents, and also the width gonna be match parent, but the height gonna be wrap content because I need it at the bottom of the screen. I'm using Ctrl Alt and L for rearranging. Very good. And I'm using this small template. If you need to use a medium one, you can change it here, but for now I just keep it like this. I go to the template, I open the medium template. As you can see, we have some highlight here in yellow. To fix it, I go down and I'm changing this closing tag type. I just type slash here and it's gonna be fixed. I do the same for the small one. It's not a good way to close the text view tag like this. And as you can see, this is our template. This is the medium one. And it should be here actually. Okay, I go back to the main activity. And I have to declare this template to my main activity. So I go back there, I create a variable for it. So private template view gonna be template like this. And then I'm coming to the main activity. Here, I just find the template by ID, find view by ID, r.id dot my template, this one, and I will set the visibility to gone. So template dot set visibility gonna be gone. I do this because when the app is starting, the template view is empty and we don't want to show an empty template view to the user. For this error, I can type view.gone like this. And I go back to the instruction. Now on NativeAd loaded, I can use these lines to show the advertise. So I copy them. So we are coming inside the if statement, because here we are make sure the ad is loaded, and we paste the codes here. Let me make it in one line. For the background, I don't need it because it's already transparent. So I remove this part. So here we create a style for our native ad. Then we need a template. We already declare our template here, and we find it by ID. So we don't need this line. I remove this one. So here we set the style to the template, and then we set the native ad to the template. But here we set the visibility to the gone. So before we set the native ad to the template, we have to change the visibility to visible. So template dot set visibility is gonna be view dot visible, like that. And now everything should be all right. And also here, when the ad, if the ad is failed to load, of course, we created a log to see the situation, and we recall for the loading a new advertise. But also I would like to change back the template visibility to the gone. So I just says if template dot get visibility, if it's visible, then we have to change this one to visibility gone. So I copy paste this one here like this. Now let's run the app and see what we get. To read the log, I copy this tag, I go to logcat, and I paste it here. Okay, the native ad is loaded, and it's showing the native ad under the bottom of the screen. And this is a small one because in the activity main.xml file, we set the template to the small. This is the small one. And if you want to use a medium one, just simply come here and change this one to medium. Now let's run the application again. I clear the log, waiting for loading ad, and as you can see, the native ad is loaded, and we got a medium size of native ad. Okay, something to add for finishing this video. The difference between native ad and the banner ad is you have the template of the advertise here, so you can change the color, text, size, and the shape and everything you need to make it completely native with your ad. What does that mean? It means, for example, if you are using an application with a different color, for example, if all your bottom in your screen is green, you can just go there and simply change the color of this bottom here. It's very easy. You can go to the color, change the colors here. For example, maybe this is a color for the bottom. Maybe I can change another one. So as you can see, the bottom color is changed, or you can create a style and apply to the bottom by going to the templates and edit the elements here. For example, you can change the text size, you can change the font size and the arrangement even. So this is the difference between banner and native ad. Another thing which is very good for the native ad, you can load the native ad and keep it on hold. For example, in the main activity class, you can keep it here. And if you use, and when you open a dialog box or another activity or something, your ad is already loaded and ready. You just can show it immediately with the dialog, with the dialog box or with your activity. So you don't need to wait for loading advertise. This is another thing which I really like about the native ad. Maybe I create another video about how to implement native ad to a alert dialog box or to another activity. I preload the native ad and see how to manage this stuff. Also, I would like to create another video about implementing this native ad to the recycler view, which is a little bit challenging, but it's gonna be fun to do that. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Have a good time.